Good day and welcome to another edition of Citizens Movement Radio News. Today is Monday, 22 December 2025. I'm Bernard Chile, ready to bring you the latest news and updates. Here are today's headlines on Citizens Movement Radio News. Inequality and unresolved grievances fracturing Zimbabwe, says President Chamisa. ZANU-PF has divided the nation by partisan politics, says Mkwananzi. Warriors go into battle against pharaohs. Now let's delve into the detailed stories. In his Unity Day message today, the Citizens President Advocate Nelson Chamisa has said Unity Day exposes the deep division across Zimbabwean politics, institutions, families and churches. He urged citizens to choose unity over division, cooperation over conflict, and responsibility over blame, calling for dialogue and collective action. Advocate Chamisa pointed to unresolved grievances such as Gukura Hundi, widening socio-economic inequality, migration and electoral disputes, and Mnangagwa Unconstitutional 2030 agenda as drivers of national fracture. He accused leaders of prioritizing personal gain, weakening institutions, and failing to deliver reconciliation and equitable development. He called for restoring majority rule, respecting the popular will, forging a new national consensus, and pursuing a genuine political settlement to ensure fairness, accountability, and stability. We spoke to citizen Tony Shava to hear his thoughts on President Chamisa's statement.
Champions, hello citizens, Tony Shava here. Well, it is quite a profound message that President Advocate Nelson Chamisa has given out there for the celebration of the Day of Unity and Reconciliation. But unfortunately, it's quite ironic that we are celebrating this day at such a juncture, at such a time, and at such a season when Zimbabweans are divided geographically, they are divided politically, they are divided socially, they are divided in every way. You see, we see that all these problems are emanating from failed politics in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is run as a pariah state, and the government of Robert Mugabe and eventually the government of President Emmerson Mnangagwa, they have altogether failed to bring unity, but rather bring disunity among the population of Zimbabwe. And we see that we are divided along political lines, we are divided along tribal lines, we are divided along social lines, we are divided in so many things, and we are even divided geographically because many people are leaving the country and they are leaving their families, their children, their wives, going to look for greener pastures in other countries where they live for years and without being able to come back. But if the economy was okay, if our politics were okay, these people are supposed to be enjoying with their families, in unity with their families, building their future in Zimbabwe, and they're hoping to build up the country. So we see that the message that President Advocate Nelson Chamisa has given, it comes at such a time as we so much need it. We need a voice of reason amongst us as Zimbabweans. We need a voice that can bring unity, that can bring people together, because all of us, no matter where we come from, no matter you're rich, no matter you're poor, everyone is being affected by the situation that is in Zimbabwe, by the politics of Zimbabwe. Everybody is affected by it. You cannot tell me that you're not affected when you are going to be driving your beautiful car in a road full of potholes. So you cannot tell me you're not affected by it because you're going to visit your relative who's in Parenyatwa, which doesn't have enough health facilities to help those who are sick. So you're going to visit that person. Maybe if you yourself, you get sick, you go over the seas, but when your relative gets sick, you may have to visit them. So one way or another, everybody is affected. So this is quite a powerful message. And I, as a supporter of President Chamisa, do support this message, and I do encourage also all the Zimbabweans at large to stand together with President Chamisa in unity so that we can bring a new Zimbabwe. Thank you.
The spokesperson for the opposition, Promise Mkwananzi, said the ruling party ZANU-PF has failed to unite the nation because of partisan politics and a culture of violence. Mkwananzi said state-sponsored violence during Gukura Hundi era destroyed the idea of nationhood. He also blamed ZANU-PF for dividing citizens through hate speech and state media. Let's hear Mkwananzi speaking.
Well, first and foremost, we want to acknowledge Dr. Joshua Nkomo's commitment to peace. If it wasn't for him, this country would be in a state of anarchy, blood, and chaos. But Dr. Nkomo gave up everything to bring the modicum of peace that we see today. And we know that the enemies of peace and unity are ZANU-PF. They have been enemies of peace. They have been enemies of unity since 1990. They have relied on violence and divisions to divide our people and intimidate our people into submission. They do not have the support of the generality of the masses of our people, and they have continued to use every resource, every state resource at their disposal to churn out hate speech, to churn out divisions, to churn out intimidation and undermine statehood in Zimbabwe. This is squarely on Mr. Mnangagwa's feet. He is to blame for this. He is to blame for Gugurahundi. He is to blame for the massacres in 2008 after the elections and many other political atrocities that we have witnessed in this country.
The country's flagship national soccer team, the Warriors, opened their AFCON campaign tonight with a clash against Pharaohs of Egypt in Agadir, Morocco. The match will be played at 10 p.m. local time. Meanwhile, speaking to the media, Warriors veteran player Knowledge Msona said they are in Morocco to compete and not to add numbers. Let's hear him speaking.
Yeah, we have been watching Egypt for quite some time now, and it's not our first time playing against them. And yeah, we have met in this tournament before, and I think we have been preparing very well for this first game. So we hope that our preparation will show us what we have been doing in training for the past few weeks. Yeah, of course, it's a good opponent, one of the best in Africa. So we also have to be careful, and we have to try our best to win the result also, because we are not here to add numbers. We are here to compete in all the 3 games that we are going to play in the group stages. Yeah, of course, we are here to compete, like I said, and we as underdogs, we are ready to fight for our country. We are ready to show the world that we are also good footballers. We are also competent in every stage of this competition. So yeah, we are looking forward to this big match, and we are looking also forward to get a positive result.
A win or a draw really changes everything in tournament football like this. So to start with, how important is it for you and your team to get that win?
It's really important for us to collect a point in our first matches, because in this tournament it's all about points to go to the next stage. So we will be looking forward to this game, and a positive result will be good for us looking into the next year.
The Citizens President Advocate Nelson Chamisa extended Christmas cheer to the elderly, people living with disabilities, and other less privileged members of the community in Bulawayo through the donation of food hampers. One of the recipients was President Chamisa's oldest supporter, affectionately known as Gogo Kamisa, who is 104 years old. The hampers were distributed this morning at Pelandaba Hall. Senior officials were in attendance, including Stablem Lilo, Gideon Shoko, and Denford Ngadziwore, who assisted with the distribution and interacted with community members. Let's hear Honorable Shoko and the recipients speaking.
Ibizo lami uGideon Shoko, sise Pelandaba Hall. Lapho esinika abantu omama ogogo labo baba less privileged people izipho abazinikwe nguPresident Chamisa. Babuyile sibili siyababona, siyathaba ukuthi uPresident ubakhumbulile namhla. Ngakhona lokho, we are wishing them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Siyabonga.
Mina ngikuDudu Sidube owaziwa engunamogeni ebandleni lethu elikhokhelwa ngubaba uNelson Chamisa. ngilokujabula okukhulu okumangalisayo ngamathumi ayisikhombisa leminyaka emibili ngaphandle kokuzalwa ngiphiwa isipho esimangalisayo bengasinanzeleli. Ngilokujabula njalo kokuthi kutshengisela ukuthi ungumntwana onanzelelayo ngakhonokho akuphethe ukuthi kandlela abazali bakhe phakathi kwezigaba sonke jikelele saseZimbabwe. Ngijabule okuyi-100% ngobana ngiyakwazi ukuthi lamhla ngilethisimusi ngifika ngiyapheka ngisidla ngijabula kusiba mnandi angathi uNkulunkulu lapha ahlezi khona loba ngingamboni wathi uJehova uyambona asigcinele yena kuze kufike lathi amalanga okubana sijabule sihlanelayo sesimkhani kokunye okumangalisayo ukuthi ngasikhuluma ngathi siyagijima ngathi siyadidizela sijabule ukumbamba kuphela ukuthi simbone ngoba sokuthi sisele phansi ngoba asimbone umntwana sesimfuna bakithi kabuye sizotokoza.
Citizens in Masvingo have hailed Advocate Nelson Chamisa for standing in solidarity with citizens in their ups and downs. One of the opposition officials in Masvingo, Jonah Wakurawarerwa, applauded Advocate Chamisa for attending the memorial service of one of his supporters, Allocation Madzivire, over the weekend. He described Advocate Chamisa as a leader with people at heart. Let's hear more from Wakurawarerwa.
Makadi hamadzadiwa siwe mugoveri atanga tiri kunyaradzo ya Allocation Madzivire uyo akashaika kuSouth Africa mumwedzi mishoma yapfuura. Apo takaona Advocate Nelson Chamisa, president wedu wevanhu, vachisvika panyaradzo iyoyo, izvo zvakakashamadza vazhinji vanosanganisira machechi, vanosanganisira vakuru vemunharaunda, vakabatirwa chaizvo nokubata kwavakadai. VaNelson Chamisa vakasvika program ichangotanga vakavabatirana pamwe chete nevaitungamirira program. Zvizvo zvakashamisa vanhu vazhinji vokuno kumasvingo kuti ko zvamukuru zvaanogona kuuya paprogram akasa-influenza o akasachinja mamiriro eprogram yepamusha. Vanhu vazhinji vanofadzwa uye vakakurudzirwa kwazvo nekuda kwekutaridza kwakadai kunotaridza kuti mutungamiriri anobva kuna Mwari, mutungamiriri anobva kuvanhu uye ane hanya nevanhu. Vemachechi vakaramba vachienda neprogramu yavo kudakara nguva yakasvika apo vakazopiwa zvokutaura. Chakafadza vanhu ndechekuti vakaremekedza urongwa hwenyaradzo nekuda kwekutaura kwavakaita. Vakataridza kuti vanga vasingashandisi mukana uwoyo kuuita mukana wekutaura zvamatongerwo enyika. Vakataura zvakamwisa mvura vazhinji, nanhasi vari kungotaura pamusoro pazvo. Isu tinotora mukana uno semasvingo kutenda President Advocate Nelson Chamisa nokubata kwenzira iyi. Zvishuwo zvedu nezvidokwa zvedu sevanhu.
One of the senior opposition officials, Tablile Mlilo, has urged women to rally behind Advocate Nelson Chamisa, saying Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF do not believe in genuine women empowerment. Her comments comes after ZANU-PF recently appointed a male to be a deputy minister of women affairs. She said it is clear that Mnangagwa does not want women in influential positions of leadership. Let's hear Mlilo speaking.
Good afternoon, all listeners. Today, as we continue again talking about what ZANU-PF and their leader Emmerson Mnangagwa are actually doing in terms of empowering genuine, in terms of genuine empowerment of women. Just this last week, everyone was actually shocked. I think everywhere there was a buzz of news which came in on the recently appointed male deputy minister of women affairs, in which it was actually a shocker to everyone to say that really this ministry, it's a ministry whereby we expect women affairs to be actually tackled, even though the current minister is a woman, but at least the deputy minister again was supposed to be a woman, so that at least they can actually help each other in making sure that they talk and also represent the views and issues to do with women. Considering that if we look at our Zimbabwean constitution, the 2013 constitution, it talks very strongly on equality, gender equality and equity. and also justice as its founding value, especially when you look at Section 3 of the Constitution. If you go to Section 56, it also talks of equal rights and opportunities in all spheres, especially for women, and we're expecting that to be actually done by the ZANU-PF regime and its government. And also Section 17 talks about the national objective, that is the state fully promotes full gender balance and ensuring equal representation in government. And we wanted that also to be put into practice, not just being put in the Constitution. And when we look at Section 80, it affirms that women's full and equal dignity and rights, including equal opportunities in all activities of the country, should be adhered to. So it's really an embarrassment that we talk about also 30 years after the Beijing platform, and still in the ZANU-PF government, you'll find that women only there when you find them, when you get their affiliates like the Top Soup, when you get their affiliates, different affiliates where women, you'll see them dancing and doing everything, but when it comes to the real power, the women are never there. They are never given those opportunities to take the real power. So it's really a bad state, and I encourage and urge all women to really rally behind Advocate Nelson Chamisa, because when he comes in, we'll really have that genuine women empowerment in which gender justice, equality and equity will be practiced. Thank you very much.
Voter apathy was the biggest winner in the Nkulumane by-election held over the weekend, with a mere 22% of voters turning out for the polls. In the end, a ZANU-PF candidate, Freedom Murechu, was declared the winner with a paltry 3,416 votes in a constituency with 22,833 registered voters. Meanwhile, independent candidate Rodney Jele, who came second, raised complaints of vote buying by the ruling party. Jele said voters were being given $10 for showing evidence that they voted for a ZANU-PF candidate. Meanwhile, Sengezo Chabangu continues to abuse the image of Advocate Nelson Chamisa, which he uses as his party symbol in the Nkulumane by-election. A Chabangu-backed candidate, Motusi Mahlela Ndlovu, had Advocate Chamisa's image as his party's icon. Former Bengula Magwegwe MP Eric Gono condemned ZEC for working in cahoots with Chabangu, abusing the image of Advocate Chamisa. Let's hear Gono speaking.
We saw in the recently concluded by-elections in Nkulumane, Citizens Coalition for Change using Advocate Nelson Chamisa's face on their party logo, on their candidate, Mr. Motusi Ndlovu, who lost dismally. Advocate Nelson Chamisa disassociated himself from that CCC thing, and as we all know, it is now a ZANU-PF project, and the People's President's face has no business on that ballot. So I think that it's important that this be known to all who care that Advocate Nelson Chamisa is not associated with that project. So they must stop using his face. They've got their own leaders. They should use those. If they so wish to put an individual's face as part of their identity, they cannot identify with a man who has since publicly disassociated himself with that project. It's wrong, and it must be stopped with immediate effect.
With heavy rains pounding across the country, most roads are in deep shape, exposing ZANU-PF propaganda about progress in the road rehabilitation program. Despite lies by ZANU-PF that only 37 kilometers of the road remain incomplete, the road is almost impassable at Nyanda Mountains just after Masvingo, going to Beit Bridge. It is now more than 6 years since the rehabilitation of the highway began, and it remains incomplete, signifying slow pace of development under Emmerson Mnangagwa's government. With just 3 days to go before Christmas holidays, most citizens who spoke to Citizens Movement Radio say this year's festive season is one of their worst due to lack of income. Some of the citizens who spoke to our crew in Harare said they are not going to travel to their rural areas due to a lack of funds. Some of the citizens said they are surviving on less than $1 per day, making it difficult for them to put food on the table. Let's hear some of them speaking.
Masikati akanaka muri Zimbabwe kumativi kwese kumativi mana enyika kwamugare muri masikati akanaka tine mufaro mukuru kusangana neve citizen movement vachinzwawo mashoko kubva kwatiri vana veZimbabwe. Tinotarisana nemwaka wokupera kwegore kuti gore rapera zvaro rakuenda kunopera. Takatarisana nezuva reChristmas rinodaira kuva rasara nemazuva matatu kuti tisvike pariri, asi Christmas yacho haisi kuita sekuti Christmas kumacitizen nenyaya yekuti vanhu havana mari. Vanhu havasi kutambira mari, kunyange vari kumabasa kwacho havasi kutambira mari inotenga kuti vagopawo vachipawo vamwe vasingaende kumabasa vachisheya zvichienda seizvozvo, nekuti vari kumabasa kwacho havatorina. Saka zvinotishamisa chose kuti hurumende iri bhizi kugwera dzimotikari, hurumende iri bhizi kupa maindividual mari, uchinzwa kuti uko kwadai uko uyo wapuwa mabhosi ame azopuwa mota 20, japreza wazopuwa mari nemudzimai wake nemhuri yake nevashandi vake ngavabhadharwe mari, zvichienda saizvozvo. Tinokurudzirana kuti sevana veZimbabwe ngationei kuti nyika yedu iri kutungamirwa sei. Nyika yedu iri kurwadza nokuti kuti urarame pazuva chaipo chaipo uchikwanisa kunge uchirarama $1 chairo reUS hauna kwaunokwanisa kunge uchiriwana dhora iroro. Nyika yakaomerwa, vanhu takaomerwa, macitizen akaomerwa, asi unoona mota dzichikushwa muvanhu, mishonga muzvipatara hamuna, maambulensi acho chaimo hamuna, handiti munoziona. Saka zvinotirwadza izvozvo kuti ingava nyika rudziyo kuti utungamiri hunotora individual achifadzwa, asi ruzhinji rwenyika ruchinonga nhoko dzezvironda. Zvinorevei? Ndo utungamiri here? Chinonzi utungamiri kugadzira chinoita kuti vanhu vawane mabasa, kugadzira chinoita kuti vanhu vatambire mari inotenga, vachiraramawo soupenyu hwavo hunorarama ivo maminista iwaya nemaMP. Ndo upenyu kako. Handiti kana matuma basa nevanhu vamunoenda kunoshandira vanhu. Iko zvinezvi zvapidiguka, nyika yakunzi isusu taavana vehurumende, pane kuti iyo hurumende tisakaisarudza. Kana yakasarudzwa nevanhu ndo zvinoita hurumende yakasarudzwa nevanhu here izvozvo? Hurumende yakasarudzwa nevanhu inoteerera kuti vanhu vari kumbodei uye upenyu vanhu vari kurarama sei, vachiona magariro evanhu. Vanhu vane kuwana dzimba, vari kugara zvakanaka here mudzimba? Pane dzimba here hurumende ichivakira vanhu dzimba, vachibviswa kunana Mbare Flats uko vachiiswa kune dzimwe, vachirinovetwa zvichingoita saizvozvo. Asi chinotichamisa ndechongoti vashoma ndo vari kufadzwa ende ndo vari kudya vachiguta, asi rudhende rweZimbabwe ruchitambura kudai, rudhende rweZimbabwe ruchipararira muzvipatara, hazvifadzi izvozvo. Tinotenda hedu veCitizen Movement, rambai muchibata nesu, veCitizen Radio, rambai muchibata nesu.
You are listening to Citizens Movement Radio. Now let's take a look in our sports news. In the English Premier League, Arsenal edged Everton 1-0 courtesy of a Victor Goekeres penalty to stay 2 points ahead of second-placed Manchester City, who walloped West Ham 3-0. Here are results of matches played over the weekend. Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 1, Tottenham 1, Liverpool 2, Newcastle 2, Chelsea 2, Leeds 4, Crystal Palace 1, Wolves 0, Brentford 2, Brighton 0, Sunderland 0. Tonight, Fulham host Nottingham Forest. To conclude our Citizens Movement Radio news, here are the headlines once more. In an AFCON match played last night, hosts Morocco opened their campaign by a 2-0 victory against Comoros in Rabat. Morocco got their goals from Ibrahim Diaz and Ayoub El Kabi in the second half. Earlier in the first half, Diaz missed a penalty on the 11th minute as this penalty hit the knee of Comoros goalkeeper and sailed out of play. Inequality and resolved grievances fracturing Zimbabwe, says President Chamisa. ZANU-PF has divided the nation by partisan politics, says Mkwanans. Warriors go into battle against pharaohs. The news on Semara English was brought to you by Bernard Stiele. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Please, this Xmas festive season, drive safely to arrive alive. Speed thrills, but it kills. Stay tuned to Citizens Movement Radio News, your station of choice, speaking truth to power. Meet me again in another news bulletin. Good night to you all. Merry Christmas to you.